Washington. Kamala Harris delivered her final case against Donald Trump's return to the White House, calling her Republican rival consumed with grievance, while casting herself as focused on Americans' needs. In a speech Tuesday night billed as a closing argument before next week's election, Harris sought to crystallize a contrast with Trump to appeal to a sliver of remaining undecided voters who could sway the election across 7 tightly contested battleground states. An estimated 75,000 people attended the event at the Ellipse on the National Mall, according to the campaign, making it the largest event of her White House bid. America, we know what Donald Trump has in mind: more chaos, more division, and policies that help those in the very top and hurt everyone else, Harris said in a 30-minute speech as Trump also held a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. I offer a different path. Yet Harris' pitch was almost immediately overshadowed by President Joe Biden, who undercut one of her speech's main themes, a call for unity and civility, by appearing to refer to Trump's supporters as garbage. During a separate campaign event, Biden later said this was not his intention and clarified his remarks. Harris portrayed Trump, the Republican nominee, as a vengeful petty tyrant who is only out for himself and unchecked power, arguing he would bring an enemies list to the White House, while she would bring a to-do list of priorities. Look, we know who Donald Trump is, Harris said. He's the person who stood at this very spot nearly 4 years ago and sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol to overturn the will of the people in a free and fair election. The Ellipse was chosen as the setting for a Harris speech, not just to bring up memories of the January 6th attack on the Capitol, in which Trump supporters tried to stop Congress from certifying Biden's election win, but with the White House as the backdrop. The location was meant to remind Americans of the gravity of the job. The Democratic presidential campaign said. Harris said one of Trump's highest priorities is to set free the violent extremists who led the January 6th attack on the Capitol, a reference to her opponent's campaign pledged to absolutely pardon the convicted felons if they're innocent, and she railed on Trump's phrase, the enemy within, to describe his political opponents. This is not a candidate for president who is thinking about how to make your life better, Harris said. Donald Trump has spent a decade trying to keep the American people divided and afraid of each other. That is who he is. But America, I am here tonight to say that Harris framed herself as a unifier, arguing that while Trump demeans and threatens his adversaries, she would work with them. I don't believe people who disagree with me are the enemy, Harris said. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at the table.